ideas of how positive change can be accomplished. And I've heard some pretty good ideas so far. I'm grateful and proud to have the opportunity to introduce an amazing young progressive, but I can be a little prejudiced about this particular individual. I've known this young man up close and personal all of his life. He's been interested and concerned about the purpose of government and how it functions to help the people since he was about 7 years old. For example, I recall the election campaign of 1996. I had lost a special friend to AIDS. A few years before that, and my son was with me when I helped care for him for a week. During the election campaign, Clinton vowed to fund AIDS research as no other president before him, including the Reagan presidency. As we were watching campaign commercials, and this topic was one of them, my son made a statement like, they, meaning the government, should give more money so people like Terry won't die, coming from a 7-year-old. Following the philosophy and beliefs of one of his political heroes, Bobby Kennedy, my son has been a fighter for equality and justice for those where it seems is lacking. People of color, women, LGBTQ, and people of lower income and economic opportunity. He has sacrificed his time, energy, and other opportunities to pursue the fight for equity for all in Randolph County, the state of Indiana, and the United States of America. He loves his county, his state, and his country. May I present to you the Randolph County Democratic Party Chair and the next Commissioner for Randolph County's Eastern District, Bart and Wayne Teeters.
Thanks, Mom. I'm just going to take the mic out. Thank you, Mom. That was... And I also want to thank everybody in the Randolph County Democratic Party and everybody in the district party and state party that takes my phone calls in the middle of the night or whenever. I want to thank Fred Davis. I want to thank Bridget Ashley. I want to thank Niles and Kate Thornburg especially, Annette Craycraft, and my wife, Nancy. I love this county with all my heart. I grew up here on a small dairy farm outside of Spartanburg, Indiana. We didn't have a whole lot of money or a lot of land. But back then, there was a lot of farmers. 30 years ago, there were a lot of farmers in this county who didn't have a whole lot of land. But they were still there. I went to Purdue University for a year. I went to IU East for a year. I joined the Air Force and served my country. And then I moved to Tucson, Arizona, where I met my wife, and now I have 2 beautiful children. And when I decided to run, I didn't want to. I searched long and hard to try to find a candidate. I even asked several Republicans who had switched sides. I asked everybody in the Eastern District to run for commissioner because I didn't want to do it. So, just like Chair, I sat down with my family and my friends, and I said, I told them I was going to do this. They need somebody to represent it. the county because the county's going broke. Nobody's paying attention. Small farmers are losing their farms. The mental health crisis in this county is unbelievable. And something has to be done about the problems in this county. Because the commissioners that sit in the courthouse currently aren't doing anything. They're passing solar ordinances. While county residents all over are out of work, while we're in the middle of a pandemic, and they're worried about solar ordinances. So, what can we do? Well, I can tell you what I can do. We need to shift the focus on how we increase value in this county. We need to bring industry into this county so that people don't have to drive an hour or an hour and a half to work and then eventually leave the county altogether. We have to bring new industry into this county. We need to go after the tech industry. We need to go after food processing. We need to go after agricultural industries. And we need to focus on more than just one company or one strategy at a time. Because the county is losing $30 million in net assessed value each year. Bobby Kennedy said, progress is a nice word, but change is its motivator. And a lot of people are scared to change, but I don't think they are in this county. Not when us candidates have Republicans coming up to us, giving us money, giving us their support. Independents coming up to us, giving us money, giving their support. And even Democrats coming up, of course Democrats coming up to us, giving us money, giving their support. We're having events, we're reaching out. But we have to make changes in how we do things. We have to make changes that instead of holding commissioners' meetings at 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. to where nobody can come and protest the decisions they're making, we have to make changes. When I'm elected, that ends. Commissioners' meetings will be in the evening time so the public can attend. Commissioners' meetings will also be live streamed online in case people cannot attend those meetings in person, so they can still hear and be involved with what's going on. It's common sense transparency. When you're a government official and you try to hide things, nobody trusts you. And when the public doesn't trust you, they don't support you. And when your people who you represent don't support you, then you can't do your job properly. We also have to look out for the little guy. FDR said, the test of our progress is not whether we add none to the abundance of those who have much. It is whether we provide enough for those who have too little. And I believe in that 100%. That's why, as Commissioner, I will propose local legislation that if you're a small farmer under 400 acres, but own more than 20 acres, and you lose your farm because of foreclosure, you should have a right to buy back that farm at the sheriff's sale at the lowest accepted bid. As Commissioner, I'm going to conduct a county-wide government audit, or request one, of financials, bids, employment, salaries, everything going back 10 years, so we can find the root cause of this county's demise and then formulate a plan to fix it. As Commissioner, I won't use the budgets of projects intended to fix our roads to fill gaps. I'll fix our roads. Do you know that on average, Randolph County residents spend nearly $500? Each person, on average, spends nearly $500 extra on maintenance costs or automobiles because of the poor road conditions in this county. And we were promised better roads with the windmills and the ethanol plant. And we were promised better roads. Now we're promised better roads with this solar farm. But I doubt that's going to happen either. Tom Chalfant sits in the meetings and looks at my opponent and says, Gary,
Wake up.
he says, Gary, we need leadership. We need leadership in the commission. I couldn't agree more with Commissioner Chalfant, and I will bring that leadership to the courthouse if you vote me in this November. We have to bring industry back into this county so that once industrial powerhouses like Union City can flourish once again. So that Winchester can flourish once again. So that small businesses, small support businesses will pop up in Lynn and Farmland and Ridgeville and Saratoga. We have to do this. We have to take action now, because if we don't, we're going to lose the county. I close with a quote from John F. Kennedy. There are risks and costs to action, but they are far less than the long-range risks of comfortable inaction. And all I have to say is, to the commissioners, to the county council, and everybody else in government leadership, your comfortable inaction ends in 101 days. You can call me anytime, you can email anytime. I want your vote this November. I will listen to you. I will listen to everybody in the county. I will let you speak at the meetings. And we will figure out how to do this together as one people, not just a select few in control of everything. Thank you very much.